I want to start presentation asking a very simple question. What is actually cash? Or at least, what is the most important properties of cash? So, to me, one of the most important ones is that cash works person to person. It works peer to peer. It obviously has no intermediaries, and it has really low fees. So, what could we build on the internet if we have actual cash, electronic cash? What I want to show you today is a vision of what kind of things we can do having cash on the internet. How many new business opportunities can be unlocked, and how many new user experiences we can create. So, considering now how the payment methods work on the internet, there's a bunch of issues and challenges. One of them is the high fees. High fees make impossible having small payments, casual payments. This is one of the main challenges. The second one is it has a lot of friction. So every time you want to pay, it takes a whole process that you have to go through. So this is really, really bad for frequent payments. Another of the issues is scalability. So it's not only the existing payment methods. I think you all probably know about crypto, right? Which sounds more like a native solution for the internet, but it has a lot of scalability issues. So that's another challenge. And overall, it's all the complexity that it takes for developers to take advantage of these technologies. The kind of current workaround on how things work, especially for games, is if you want small payments or frequent payments, the only way to make it possible is you have to deposit money in that game. So you have to go game by game, depositing your money. You don't even know how much money you have in your games. Everything is all over the place. And obviously, this is extremely inconvenient from the user experience. But it's also really, really challenging for companies. Because if you're a small company and you have just some small idea, you have to do all of that job, including development, the infrastructure costs. You have to invest in security a lot because you have to take care of the money. And also, you need licenses and certification. That takes a lot of time. So it makes the whole thing only possible for the big companies, for the big players. The way we envision cash should work on the internet is something more like this. That you have a single account with a single balance that you can connect anywhere. And once your account is connected, you can trigger payments anytime you want. So as a developer with a simple code snippet, you can trigger a payment anytime you want. So imagine you're just playing the game, and there's some action that takes 5 cents or 10 cents, or you want to play in a game, and every time you play, it triggers a payment. It's something that flexible, and this is how cash should actually work. So payments are instant, the fees are low, and everybody's happy. I want to tell you a story. You will hear more about Haste later, but I remember how Haste was created. It took them 2 weeks to create the game. The mechanic of the game was very simple, right? It was just one button that is going to show randomly in the screen, and you had to tap it as fast as possible. It was just that simple, the mechanics, right? But what makes that idea very, very interesting was every time you play, you want to try to make the highest score, you have to pay 5 cents. So every time you try, you pay 5 cents. And if you get one of the highest scores, every time the rest of people is playing, they're going to pay you for having the highest score. So this small innovation, which is very simple, do you think that would have existed with the old approach? If they had to get licenses and invest a lot in infrastructure. And also from the user perspective, I don't think, I really love Haste, but you have to be honest, I will never deposit $10 if I have to play a simple game. So that's only possible because things got really, really, really easy. So in regards to payment capabilities, I don't think you've seen those numbers anywhere before. We need a few important ingredients if we're talking about frequent payments, and this is worldwide. So the transaction per second, it's 50,000. And this is the limit that we reach because we cannot create more payments per second to test the network even more. The second thing is, obviously, we need low fees. And they go as low as 0.0002 cents per payment. Something also very important for NFTs, if we want to use this technology, is that the cost of minting an NFT, it cannot be expensive. If you don't want to limit this technology, you want it to grow. So the cost of minting an NFT goes to 0.0003, which is basically nothing. And also, we want a great user experience. So you don't want to be 5 minutes to confirm a payment. So it takes less than 1 second. So these are the payment capabilities. And obviously, this is only possible because of BSB. So all of this vision and this technology, we decided to build it on BSB because first of all, it has low fees. Also, the low fees are sustainable. So they are always the same, and they are actually getting lower and lower and lower. So we know we have that covered in that perspective. Most importantly, as I was saying, what is actually cash? It has to work peer-to-peer. It has to go from person to person. So this is what BSB is also bringing us. And of course, we want it to scale. And something very important for a business like ours, and it's the main reason why many other businesses also decided to build on BSB, most of our partners and everyone, is because it's stable. So the rules of the protocol, they don't change. So you create any kind of smart contract, you build anything, you know it's not going to change, because that would be a completely mess. I want to show you how this ecosystem and this vision is working right now. The first ingredient that we need is the HandCash wallet. The HandCash wallet allows you to interact with the rest of the ecosystem of games and apps. One of the main things that probably you already were, just one question. Have you installed HandCash during that's really nice. So one of the things that you're already seeing is as soon as you receive the money, it was already yours. You didn't have to wait anything. It's yours. You can spend it now anywhere. You can do anything you want. So you can send money to anyone in the world instantly. This is one of the things. The second thing is you can connect your wallet to any app or to any game. And once you're connected, you can trigger payments anytime. This is the second thing. Then you can use it also for online checkouts. So you can pay for things online. You want to top up your wallet, you can use your credit or debit card. So it's very simple. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to feel how these payments actually work. So I would like you to send 5 cents to the person that you have to your left, or if you don't like the person to your left, or you think it's ugly, or anything like this, you can send the 5 cents to me, and I will send you later back the 5 cents. But I want you to send. I want you to experiment that this is easy, that it's instant, that it's simple. And also, I want you to check the fees that you pay for that payment. We have the wallet for users to interact with this ecosystem, but also we have fantastic tools for developers. So basically, there's 2 ways of integrating payments in your game or in your app, in your platform. One of the tools we have is the Connect SDK. This is the best for frequent payments and also for this in-app experience. So this is what brings you the experience of connecting your wallet to any game, and then once your wallet is connected, they can trigger payments anytime they want. So you don't have to, leave the game, or you don't have a paywall and you have to interrupt the experience. Everything just flows, it's natural, and we think is the native solution for the internet. It's how payments should work. And also, if you have an experience that is more for casual payments, let's say, once in a while you need to unlock one feature of a game, or you want to buy some digital item, you don't need to connect your wallet. This is probably too much. So we have something that is best for casual payments, and is what we call payment links. So basically, the way HandCash Connect works, or the main 2 steps, is the first thing that you need the user to give permission to your app. You need to authorize that app that you're connecting to. And once you have this authorization token, man, they can do anything. So there's no limits in the kind of payment experiences that you can create. And it's just that simple code snippet. You can define up to 1,000 participants. You can define any amount, and it's very flexible. It's very flexible. It's our preferred solution. And also, as I was saying, we have payment links. So this is as simple as you just create the link, you define who's going to receive the money, how much. You can customize the checkout experience with some avatar picture. And once you have your link ready, you can share it anywhere, in any social media. And also, you can create a QR code, so people just scan it, pay, and that's it. So these are the key two elements that developers are using right now. So now that we have cash on the internet, what kind of things can we do now? Which kind of new ways of monetizing do we have on the table? One of them is what we call horizontal economies. Why are they horizontal? Because normally, the way things have been working is you, as a user, pay to the platform for giving you some service or good. But now, it could be horizontal. So it's just money that goes from user to user, and the platform takes a cut. So it changes completely the game, and it creates a new game of incentives. This is one of them. The other thing is the way payouts been working until now is, for example, a typical model is for advertising. So if you are promoting something, every time you promote it and someone is paying attention or you're capturing someone else, the reward that you're getting, it's small. But obviously, they don't have the tools to pay you 10 cents every time that you make something like this. So the way it works is you're earning money, but the money is staying on the platform. And once you reach certain threshold, let's say $200 or something like this, is when you can withdraw the money. But we can do way better right now. We are in 2022. I cannot believe this didn't exist before. So how about the platform pays you instantly every time that you earn your own money? This is possible now. One of the things with HandCash, where we are applying things like this, is when you top up your wallet, if someone invited you to HandCash, every time you top up your wallet, they're going to get a small fee. They're going to be rewarded. So the very moment that you're topping up, they're being paid the equivalent to the amount that corresponds to them. And we think this is amazing. This is just amazing. Another interesting concept of interacting with content and everything are paywalls. So imagine just something like this. Instead of every time you read a newspaper and they want you to pay a subscription of $10 or a yearly subscription just to read one single article that you want to read, how about just having paywalls where you just pay 10 cents, read the article, and that's it? This is something very simple to build that you can do with payment links. And we think the possibilities that this is unlocking are huge. Another interesting way of doing things now is we can have a second-hand market for digital items. So instead of just buying something from the platform, and that's it, what if I could resell these digital items that I'm buying? Keep the thing flowing. Because obviously the risk is lower. If I'm buying something online, some game item or something that I know I'm going to be able to sell later, I know the risk is obviously smaller. So I'm going to be more willing to buy stuff knowing that I can sell it. The same way that we do with real things in the real world. So the same can be applied to the metaverse. And now I want to show you some of the examples of applications that already exist that are using this technology with real users on a daily basis. The first of them is Haste Arcade. It's basically this concept of having an instant leaderboard payout. So you play games, and if you get into the highest scores, you're going to make money. Every time someone is playing, it's going to pay you for that. It's basically bringing back this concept of arcade games, but now it's obviously cooler because it's online, and you can get rewarded for this. The second one is poachess. It's basically you play chess, you bet some money with the other person you're playing to, and the winner gets the money. So if you're really smart, you can make some money with this. Another interesting game is Dogs. What they are bringing is a pet to the metaverse. So you have your pet that you can use it in different games, in different places. You can customize it. You can buy, like cool hats. You can buy all kind of cool stuff. And also you can resell those items. So they are using this thing of having a second-hand market for digital items. And also it's very cool because everything is interoperable. So you have your pet, and you can play games with them. You can do all kinds of cool things. Peer game. Peer game is completely mind-blowing for everybody who's been playing in online casinos or has been trying to build an online casino. Imagine an online casino where you don't have to deposit money. So every time you're playing any game, they just take the money from your HandCash wallet. And every time you earn, you get paid. So you don't have to be depositing and withdrawing and doing all of this mess. With Tonic Po, if you're a business, you can promote your business. To get more visibility, you can create a link. It's like a promotional link. And then people, influencers, anyone, can share the link to give you more visibility. But the interesting thing is, every time someone is clicking in your link, in your promotion link, you're going to get paid instantly. So it's not, this is proving this model of, you don't have to be earning money, and when you get to 100, you have to withdraw. They're doing it right now, and you're earning instantly. So this is very innovative. And then I wanted to share with you genuine retweets. It's a similar concept, but instead of just sharing any kind of random general link, you do it to grow your Twitter account. So imagine you have this tweet, and you can pay people small amounts so they can like it or they can retweet it. You can get more visibility. And every time they like it or retweet it, they get paid instantly again. So these are all kind of cool things. I wanted to show you things from every industry, every monetization model, to give you some inspiration. So I'm a developer. I have a cool idea. I want to start monetizing. I want to start experimenting the power of cash in my platform. So how do I get started? You just have to go to handcash.io. You need to sign up into the developer dashboard, because obviously you need some credentials. You need your space as a developer. Second thing you need to do is you need to create your own app. So you just create an app, give it some title. You can customize, like logo, anything that you need. You don't need to do any of that to get started. And once you have your app and you have your credentials, you're ready to go. So basically, you need users to authorize your app, give you this authorization token, and once you have the permission, you're ready to go. With a simple code snippet like this, like 5 lines of code, you can trigger payments anywhere. Any game, any app, any context is completely flexible. And as I was saying, it's instant, low fees, and it works like cash. So we have cash on the internet now. So I hope seeing all these real applications, real use cases, this is very novel. I want you to see which is the power of cash on the internet. I hope that things really spark you to create new stuff. So if you want to join this vision of the internet cash, just join us at handcash.io. And that's it. I really appreciate your time. Thank you. Just one thing. We have some time, so if you want to ask any questions or you have any sure. So the question the gentleman is asking is, once you authorize any app to get access to your wallet, what is preventing the user from being scammed? So there's a few things. The first thing is there are businesses. It's not any random guy getting access to your wallet. So there's an actual business that HandCash needs to know, needs to verify. The second thing, this is not something we did to prevent scams directly, but it's very helpful, is in your wallet, you set some spend limits. So once you spend certain amount of money, apps are not allowed to spend more money unless you reset that counter. And this is something that we did to kind of control expenses, because this is a new kind of economy, new kind of interactions and everything. So if I'm playing a game and I'm just spending, maybe there's a point where I don't even know how much I'm spending. So we want to make sure people is kind of controlling how much they're spending, and it also is like some layer to prevent people from being scammed.
Will the HandCash SDK integrate with standard game engines, for example, Game Maker 2, for example?
Right. It could be integrated anywhere.
So you can mainly work with the game engine you're used to and just...
Anything. It's just a simple REST HTTP call with some signing on top to, for the authentication system, but that's it. It's very flexible. And it was built to be in places like this.
Could you handle like 1 million transactions, like per second? I mean, I don't know, like that.
What I mentioned is we've been trying to stress the system as much as possible, but there's a point where the bottleneck is how can I create 1 million payments per second to test the system, right? So we were able to make like 50,000 payments per second. So you just think Visa is doing like 1,700 per second. So this is already way more. But the system and the way Bitcoin works and everything, it was created to achieve like 1 million and even 1 billion. Because there's no bottleneck. There's no bottleneck. Everything works in parallel. And it's peer-to-peer. So yeah, I'm very confident about that. Just one thing I want to also mention is there's more apps, there's more games using HandCash. If you go to handcash.io/gallery, you can find more applications, get inspired with more things. So I would like you to keep an eye on that.